EA Sports. It's in the game. This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
About 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action, lock. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Hey, check Mega.
On first down, this is Adams. Now the ball comes loose.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do better? Not me.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Eckler is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call it favorite running play. Over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Let's face this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football to double coverage.
He was practical. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 18 yards on that fake and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
They find some open field here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
It's a gain of 32. And the Seahawks first down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Block off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's got room. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played there very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Block now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Dolphins sit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Check you. Call red.
On second and a yard, Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Homer, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. It's Eckler again to the 43, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come here. Red, cycle. Ready.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They begin with Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Locke. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And just a yard to go here on second down. A run up the middle. Adams. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Up the middle they go with Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They run on second down with Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Play after right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw again on second down. Locke.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second and 5 from the 8.
Hey, hold you.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead.
Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
The beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And some room to work. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Keep going.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
A little juke. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 47-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Eckler now between the tackles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. It's a give to Adams out of the shotgun. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Adams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and 7.
Tua, quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here we go, here we go. Go on, black shot. Black six.
On the handoff, Adams here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. On the counter, it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? When you go back and tell your offensive coordinator, you have to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now here's Michael Dixon. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And this returnable for Hill. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Check view. Ready.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 45 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside. They didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Here we go. Strike, strike. Hut, hut.
On the toss, running right is Adams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Again, here's Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. 3rd and goal, the ball at the 11. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this This one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Okay, ready?
And they take a knee.
Get it?
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. And they will take a knee here. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.